What's going on, Atlanta? Welcome to Hot 97 News. This is a brand new live news show where we talk about all the biggest stories in the city. It is Thursday. It is not Thursday. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday the 18th. I'm your host, Lanier Harris, here with Ronzo with two N's and Million.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, brother.
That's nice.
Yeah, one love.
It's nice. You know what? Some people, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Oh, I hate when people say Grand Rising instead of Good Morning. Anywho, hi. It is Black History Month, baby. So what you know we gonna do is give you 1 minute of Black excellence with Ronzo with two N's.
Yes. Now, listen. Before Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin was 15 years old who refused to give up her seat on the segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama, and that was 9 months. Earlier in 1955, okay? See, in 1955, they had Claudette. In 2026, we have NBA Youngboy, all right? In 1955, the youth was fighting the system. In 2026, the system is fighting the youth. It gets serious out here now. Now, listen, she was arrested and later became one of the plaintiffs in Browder versus Gale, the Supreme Court case that officially ended bus segregation in Alabama. Now, just remember Claudette stood up first, but history just waited for a better marketing plan. Think about that. And that's been your 1 minute of Black excellence, baby. Shout out to Claudette Colvin.
Amen. That was very profound, actually.
Yeah, it really was,
you had
right?
some jokes in there, but there, you kind of hit.
Come on now.
Yeah, you slapped a little bit.
Come on now. I was in my bag with that one.
Yeah, were you listening?
I was in my bag. Did you hear me?
That's crazy.
Will, can you go back to the picture?
Oh my God, she's
Just
black.
One more time. Amen. Amen. Amen.
She is dark skinned with some glasses because she got glasses on just like you too.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
If that's what 15-year-old looked like in 1955, man, she look kind of old.
She's going to the bank to work.
It's just a different style. It's just a different style.
Her name was Claudette. Her name was Claudette.
Claudette.
That was probably Trina back in the day.
Yeah. Don't play with me.
Claudette.
Like an Ashley. Yeah, Claudette. Bridget. Ethel.
But you know what, Ethel? Bernadine.
Sorry.
I think it is crazy that we really did have this history of doing great things and just like grinding for real and pushing for just what we wanted as a community. And now the community just raps about how to kill other Black people.
Yep, it don't make no sense. It does not make any sense, bruh. Like, she was literally fighting for justice. Like, bruh, fighting for... When the last time we seen any young person really stand up for justice?
21 Savage.
Young
Stop
person.
The violence.
He's older.
Yeah, he's older.
He doesn't count as 15.
He's almost 30, bruh.
Oh, so 30's old?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Okay, I was just asking. I was just asking. I was trying to give y'all credit.
No, he was not.
He's young.
That is what it is. No,
right, fighting words.
What I'm saying is somebody that's youth, somebody that's high school, somebody that's, 15, 16, speaking of. The only person that really did it was that white girl years ago.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Thunberg, whatever.
That was the only person that really did something for real. You can look all that way you want. Who else? Name another person.
We don't have to go out there and specifically say we got to stop the violence, but we're doing good things. Young people like Speed, for example, he's going across the world showing how beautiful the world can be, how peaceful the world can be in other places.
That's not on the level.
Bro, let's be real, dog.
He's going to, and he's going to Africa and doing this too.
Bro, let's be real, dog. Speed is streaming about nothing.
He's working.
Yeah, he's doing a job. He's not doing nothing. And hey, bro, and shout out to Speed because I rock with Speed. I watch his streams. I watch the cars on the stream. But they aren't doing anything to change the narrative of anything we're doing out here, bro. They ain't moving the needle for nothing. This girl literally sat on the bus and said, "Yep, now y'all have to not segregate these buses anymore because I did that." Speed ain't really.
Hold on, the kids just was doing walkout protests for ICE not too long ago.
Bro, that ain't on.
They was trying. They did their best. I mean, they had the phones and they was dancing and stuff like that. But that's just the new generation's way of protest.
You're right. And all I'm saying is this: there will never be nothing like this again.
Oh,
There
yeah,
would
for
never
sure.
be nothing like a Claudette or a Rosa Parks or a MLK. There would never be nothing like them again at these young ages of people. You know what I mean? There would never be no young people like that no
Well,
more.
we're just building off of what they did already, though.
For sure.
You know, they did it, so we wouldn't have to, and that's the beauty of it.
I respect that. I respect that.
But we also did, I think, just drop the ball because they were
Hello.
dribbling and shooting and dribbling and shooting. And we just threw the ball across the court and just like went to go get McDonald's. You know what I mean? We didn't do.
Low-key
The black community should have kept, with the trajectory, and
Come on now.
instead the rap music,
Well-
all these movies showing us how to just be oppressed and kill each other
Hello.
is crazy.
We may have dropped the ball, but that was after the CIA dropped cocaine and crack in our
Flat out.
neighborhoods.
Oh, totally.
100%.
They say, I mean, come on.
Decades
100%.
ago, but what about
No,
now?
it's not decades, because think
was
about that. That's the
decades
60s. Crack entered the
80s.
neighborhood in the 80s. So that's a whole huge disconnect.
1,000%. We know how it happened, but what are we gonna do about it?
Exactly.
We
What are we doing about
building.
it now?
We're restructuring from the attack that just recently happened.
Okay.
I mean, mass incarceration was early 2000s.
Okay.
No,
We don't even
just
have.
saying.
We gotta go. We
we
gotta move. This is not even supposed to be a story.
It's not really not.
Okay, diving into the news. Actually, we start off with a very sad story. Investigators just identified the body that was found in that car that was underwater in Lake Lanier. And it's very sad. The update, this was an older gentleman.
Yeah. It was an 85-year-old man. His name was Philip Malone, and he had already been reported missing from Roswell, Georgia, prior to the recovery. Again, if you don't remember what we talked about yesterday, they found the submerged vehicle in Lake Lanier yesterday, and they didn't necessarily know. They couldn't identify the suspect at the time, but apparently they did recently. Sheriff's investigators are still working to piece together the timeline leading up to the discovery, but they're saying that there was no wrongdoing still. But I'm trying to figure out, like, a vehicle inside of a lake. I don't know.
If this was an old man, he might have had a heart attack.
True.
Yeah.
He might have had some kind of health thing happen. He could have fallen asleep at the wheel. God dang, imagine somebody goes missing. This is the second person that went missing, was found in a lake.
Uh-huh.
Lil Jon's son
Yep.
recently
Oh
was
my
found in a lake.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what's real crazy
Yeah, it's
is I think that is a C250 Mercedes. The red. I got that. I had literally have a
You got
car.
that same car?
I got that same car.
Really?
Wow.
That's wild, right?
Dang, bro. Stay away from Lake Lanier. Don't
All
get too
right.
close.
Okay. All right.
Don't
that,
get too close,
That was
bruh.
that was too soon.
That was wrong. My bad.
That
Don't
was
get too close. though.
soon, bro.
I'm just trying to look out for you.
And
You,
you
said-
know,
you the
you
one
know-
that said you like going to that devilish lake.
And
That
you-
lake is devilish and demonic. The way, bro, there's no way that I don't think people realize this. 700 people have been reported dead in that lake, died from that lake. I can't. That's a demonic lake, and people just go there on a daily basis, drinking, having fun. Like,
gosh.
what are we talking about? Why aren't we making a bigger noise about this? Like, we need to barricade this lake. I'm for real.
Barricade the lake.
Bro, we cannot. Bro, it's too dangerous.
Drain
bro.
it.
Are you? Can you? Can you swim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, can you swim when a propeller is hitting your head from a boat?
What?
There is multiple different people that have been hit by boats at Lake Lanier.
Yeah, at night.
So what are we talking about here? You're still adding on to my point.
Don't swim at night. That just defeated your point right there. Don't
Oh my
swim at
God.
night.
So you mean to tell me out of the 700, nobody was swimming in the day?
Some are more.
Okay, all right. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about.
That's all I'm saying.
Lake Lanier.
You just fighting for Lake Lanier so bad, bro.
Lake Lanier's a fun lake, man.
That's because the ancestors ain't trying to drag you under.
Well, you should be telling white people don't swim there, not us.
Amen. I'm just saying, you might not be safe there. You might not be safe
It
there.
sounded like you was directing all that to us.
This conversation really devolved.
We're good.
Oh man. Okay. Meanwhile, there's a teen from Metro Atlanta who got arrested after police say he ran towards the U.S. Capitol with a loaded shotgun.
Oh man, this was crazy. So they arrested him on the lower west terrace of the United States Capitol. His SUV was located separately, parked in front of the United States Botanic Gardens on Maryland Avenue. So when they arrested him, what he had on him was multiple rounds of ammunition. He was wearing a tactical style vest, as you can see right there in the picture. That was a shotgun that he had. And then authorities said when they went through his vehicle, his SUV, they found a gas mask and helmet.
What?
And it was visible inside of the vehicle.
What?
He is alleged to be from Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna, Georgia. 18 years old.
18.
18 years
Oh,
old.
Man.
okay.
So-
Well, yeah. Okay.
And then we just say, what are the kids doing nowadays, Claudette? Sat on the bus. And this hey, bro, this just makes my point even more better, bro. Like, what?
Oh,
Like,
man.
this story couldn't have come at a better time.
You got a point there, but maybe because real talk though, because I had it when I heard this, I was like, I kind of understand what he's going through right now. He's probably just an 18-year-old kid that's angry with the world because, mind you, the Epstein files just came out. This is probably his first time hearing how corrupt the government is, and he's upset. Granted, no motive was released yet. I will say that there was no motive that was released, but I would be upset too, and that's not the way to go about it for sure. But if I'm just a young kid, 18 years old, got all this energy, I'm hearing that PDFs are running the country. Yeah, you know what? I would want to tear this country down too. That's not how you do it though, young man. I will say that.
Hey, my boy, message to you, bruh. Go get some girls, dog. You 18, brother. Like, this ain't got nothing to, bruh, listen to me, brother. You 18, there's other stuff to do. Let the grown people worry about the Epstein files and all that. 18, go enjoy your life, dog. Like, go enjoy your life. That's how I feel. I didn't get into politics until I was up to now, to be totally honest with you, for real. Like, because I wanted to live without being in fear, one, and two, wanted just to live my life without really knowing what's going on. I mean, I definitely wanted to live in an ignorant, false reality because, but at 18, I definitely didn't want to know what's going on.
You're contradicting yourself, and you're telling
How?
the kids because you was just glorifying Greta for
100%.
sitting on the bus at 15
100%.
years
Wait,
old.
wait.
Because she saw injustices that was going down in her government.
100%.
This is a young man. Again, no motive was released, but this is my personal assumption. He's heard about the Epstein files being released and how the government is corrupt with PDFs. He's trying to do something about it. That's not the way to do it. But telling him not to be interested in what the government is doing is not the right thing to say.
Here's the thing, bro. We're talking about segregation, and we're talking about going up and doing whatever you were gonna do at this in DC. Like, hey, brother, come on now. These are two different things.
We're talking about segregation that we faced when we was in the 60s.
And still face to this day.
And sure, still face to this day. And we're talking about PDFs running the whole entire country.
100%.
Those are pretty comparable scenarios right there.
But one you can actually move a needle with, the other you can't. You ain't moving the needle with the Epstein files. You can move the needle with segregation.
Why can't they though?
Why can't?
Because and again, January 6th happened. January 6th happened.
And what happened after that?
You're right. Again, but I'm just saying he's angry. I'm saying it's not okay. I'm saying it's not okay the way he did it, but I kind of understand where the anger could have been coming from. Again,
I don't see
not
it.
verified.
Yeah. I don't know where his anger came from. I don't even know why he was this angry at 18, regardless to even go do this. What are you so angry for to go do this at you know what I mean, at some high government place?
But
bruh.
you're the reason why the people that think like that are the reason why the elites are going to continue to stay and continue to do what they can do.
No.
Because people aren't upset enough. People aren't angered enough. We just saw a list of names that are running the country that are reportedly touching and using kids.
I got you.
And we're not in an uproar about it.
But what I'm saying is, at 18, I'm not worried about this. At 35, I am overly worried about it, 1,000%. At 18, I am going to try to enjoy my life as much as possible. Go to college, get an education, graduate, get a job, X, Y, and Z.
So be blinded by what's been going on.
There really is no right answer because it's just both of you guys' opinion. You feel like, you got some time before you should really care about that. You feel like people should start caring about this stuff like immediately. I think it's interesting hearing your perspective of somebody who's younger because I think a lot of people probably don't think about what all this looks like to the younger generation. We've been here long enough. Certainly our parents have been here long enough. Our grandparents, they've all been here long enough to see the ebbs and flows of America, the greatness of America, some down points, how we've all kind of like moved together, how we've come back from tragedies together. But like, this is a very strange time to be in your generation and younger, because you are just seeing just constant craziness. The news is not ever this freaking crazy. And it dang sure isn't like pedophile central, like what we've been saying now. So I didn't even think about what that must be like for people 18 to 25 right now. It's pretty nuts. Great perspectives. Anywho, y'all don't go to the Capitol with a gun and a gas mask. Now,
Please
what were you
don't.
doing with a
That's
gas
not
mask?
the way to do it.
What are we talking about here?
I understand the anger, though.
Okay. In other news, students from Appalachia High School just had to talk about what they went through when their classmate allegedly opened fire in that mass school shooting. So the suspect's father is on trial right now, and I cannot imagine what that must be like for them.
Yeah, so the prosecutors argue that Colin Gray, this is the father, he should be held responsible for the shooting also, not just his son, because he's the one that gave his son the rifle, the AR, as a Christmas gift, despite knowing about prior threats and concerning behavior. Including some of the concerning behavior that they've seen was online threats from the son being made. So you gave your child this AR when you know that he's a threat to society. It's kind of like, yeah, at that point, that's why people are saying that he should be held accountable. Now, some of the victims are saying that they were just going over some of the things that they was traumatized with, not only from physical injuries, but also suffering emotional and psychological effects throughout that shooting. And it's been affecting them long term. So I don't know, man. Should the father... I'm glad that the father was actually able to hear those accounts.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's sitting there thinking to himself, and I'm not saying he is, but maybe he's like, why am I on trial? This is why you're on trial, because your child had affected us.
So his defense basically counters that and says, hey, Colt, my son, who's accused of doing this, didn't tell me he was going to do this. He hid his plans. He hid his intentions. I couldn't have possibly predicted he was going to do something like this. So why am I here? I don't know, man. I think that's a really interesting conversation about how much responsibility these parents should have when it comes to this. Because like you said, if there is a history of police coming to my door and talking about, like, what are these online threats? What is this? Maybe I don't tell the police, take my son or lock my son up. Maybe even if, I don't know what happened in that case, but even if I just said, hey, I'm not concerned about it. Clearly wasn't concerned about it because he gave his son the gun for Christmas. So even if I wasn't concerned with the police, I'm asking my son, explain this to me right here.
Right.
And if you didn't have any alarm bells going off at that point to say, he might not need a gun to just have without it being mine and the one that I physically give to him whenever we go out shooting, we go out hunting, whatever, y'all do with y'all's guns and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will, because the case is still ongoing. So,
Yeah. In other news, man, the Atlanta Police Department just had to arrest an armed robbery suspect, and kids had to see it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, so this one unfolded like really fast. So just before 4:30 in the afternoon, police say a man was robbed at gunpoint near Headland Drive Southwest. Two suspects. They take off in the Honda CRV. A few hours later, Atlanta police spot the vehicle, pull it over. One suspect, Quintavious Knowles, is arrested. All right, but here's the part that really stands out. There were two children in the SUV, okay? Two kids. Thankfully, police say the kids were found in good health, but the details change the tone of the story when firearms and robberies are involved, all right? And children are present. This raises a serious question about decision-making and risk. Now, Knowles is facing aggravated assault, armed robbery, gun charges. The second suspect is still out there. So they don't have the second suspect, which sucks. This is still an active investigation, but the center of it, you got the victim who is allegedly robbed at gunpoint and his kids caught in the middle of it, which has to be a traumatic experience. They did not give the age of the kids, which I really wanted to know the age of the kids. Because I thought that would have been probably interesting to know how old the children were. But yeah, I mean, they definitely being in the car with this random man. Come on, man. This has got to be traumatic. And their dad or whoever they robbed the car. It's somewhere in that. Now he has to explain this.
So that's what I actually didn't understand. Did he steal a car with kids in it?
Or was he the stealer?
Or like, did he go pick up some kids in the car he stole, according to police, like after the fact, and they found the kids?
Those are two narratives that both can be correct. I mean, it's true. Those are two narratives. About, he could have either stolen that car, went to go pick up his children, and then like,
woo, I see the car. Yeah.
Or robbed a dude, then said, "Let me get your car or your kids in the back." Well, I don't care, and drive off. Those are two narratives. They don't say how that actually played all the way out.
I would go for the I picked up kids after the fact, only because I would assume if the story was that he stole a car with kids in it, literally every headline would be "Man steals car with kids in it."
100%.
Because that's crazy.
Well, the headline was "Man steals a car with kids in it."
Oh, yeah, so then man steals a car.
But it wasn't like you said. Man steals a car with kids, and it could have been man steals a car and had his kids in the car or picked up his kid. You know what I'm saying? It could have been it could have been both ways. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You don't get what I'm saying.
I mean, I see what
you don't get what I'm saying. You think I'm making this up, and I'm not. You think I'm making this up, and I'm not. But here's the thing. I mean, even if he stole the car and went to go pick up his children, maybe he just need a ride to go pick up his kids.
Yes. Okay, so the actual headline that I found was "Man charged in armed robbery after APD finds children in getaway car."
Okay, but here's the thing. Getaway, it's loaded.
Because you don't know. Did you find the kids before or after? Let me see what else.
Did he rob? Trust me, I scours the internet for this one because I had the same two questions you got. Did he steal the car first, or did he steal the car with the kids in it, or did he still pick up the kids and take them? Well, why would he steal the car and then go pick up the children?
Okay, I think he picked up the kids later because this happened at 8:30. Hours later, APD located the suspect. No way you
think he was
driving around for 4 hours with somebody else's kids.
You don't know this.
What, I got to get y'all some food? Can we go to McDonald's? Man, let me get the car back. I don't want this. I ain't got no kids. Bump this. Absolutely not.
Who cares? He probably
you got games on your phone.
What if he looked back there and forgot they were back there though? You know what I mean? It was like, wait a minute, is kids back here? Because they didn't say the age. So maybe the kids were back there and just quiet and was just like,
dang, this is real. He don't smell like my dad.
That is not my dad up there.
Do we say anything?
Yeah, just keep just chill.
Just be quiet and see what happens next.
You know what I mean?
4 hours later. We still here?
So we really don't know, but I mean they got the first one, Quintavious, and the second dude is still out there. So which here's the flip side of this.
Okay.
This is another way you can think about this.
Okay.
Quintavious, Knowles, and the other dude, right? Two suspects. They stole the car together, right?
Allegedly.
And then the babies they went to go pick up, and it's one of their babies. You know what I'm saying?
Right, so, like I need a car to get my kids.
But we need a whip first.
But we need a car. So what do we do?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Let's allegedly go get one. You dig what I'm talking about? The story doesn't make sense.
Oh, man.
We're gonna
Glad
figure it
the
out.
kids are okay, though.
Yeah. They're good.
The kids were okay.
Yeah, they're good.
Kids are all right. Okay. We have, honestly, a very sad and crazy story that has a lot of people talking really on social media right now, especially. But there was somebody who was fleeing ICE and crashed into a beloved teacher from Georgia, and it killed her.
Which is nuts.
Which is crazy.
I don't know. I guess the question I pose with this one before I get into the details is ICE being a little too aggressive again?
I don't know. I mean,
so I'll give you the story and you tell me. So this one is heartbreaking. The teacher is on her way to work before school, and by 7:45 that morning, life is gone. Okay, Dr. Linda Davis. She was a doctor, a teacher at Hess KA in Savannah, was killed in a car crash near the school. Police say the other driver was allegedly fleeing from ICE when the car crash happened. All right, the details add up. Another layer to the story. Law enforcement say they didn't even know about any federal operations until the crash, after the crash. Now the driver is in custody and facing charges tied to her death, which is even more crazy because like you're getting detained and now you got a charge of vehicular homicide on your thing. It's nuts. But at the center of this is a classroom that lost their teacher. Students who showed up to the school that morning not knowing the day would change forever. A school community is now grieving. Whatever the legal process looks like from here, a family lost somebody. You know what I'm saying? Schools lost an educator, and a normal Monday turned into a tragedy. So that's really what sucks about this whole thing, is that there is not a lot of details on why this chase was happening other than it was ICE. So, I mean, you can only one can only think that the pursuit was of, he was trying to be detained,
I think that if this were a situation where ICE was trying to detain someone and this person is fleeing, why are we doing that around school bus hours? We all know what time these kids go to school. Like, don't try to get somebody bobbing and weaving in traffic.
Mm-hmm.
When school buses are around, like they could hit people at a bus stop. It's just too erratic. I get the ICE has to do what they have to do, and they're going after criminals and they're going after illegal immigrants, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But you could pick a different time of day where there's not potentially kids around and parents around dropping kids off and all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
The illegal immigrant definitely holds accountability in this, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's.
I mean,
you're fleeing from the police.
You're fleeing. Yeah, exactly. You're fleeing from the police. Why are you doing that? I mean, we understand why you're doing that, but you're putting people's lives at risk also. You're coming to this country for whatever you're coming to this country for, and then you're putting our lives at danger too.
Mm-hmm.
Totally true. That does not excuse what the suspect did at all.
Not at all.
At the same time, ICE could be a little wary about their impact on communities. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just some forethought would be nice. We've seen this happen before. That's what I'm saying. Like, these illegal immigrants have been known to run, have been known to flee, have been known, we've seen it happen. So I'm so surprised they fled again and one hit a teacher. Well, that you did it at like 7:45 in the morning.
Exactly.
So, I mean, who'd you think was out at this time? I don't know. But I get what you're saying. Like, don't just bash ICE. It's a good point. This is on the illegal immigrant who did this, but it's,
His name is Vasquez Lopez, by the way. So I do want to give the guy a name. He is in custody, and
38 years old.
Yep.
Okay, we have to go to a quick break, but we have a lot more stories. Don't go anywhere. Right back after this. Oh, yes. We hope that you appreciated that little behind-the-scenes look that we definitely did on purpose. Welcome back to Hot 97 News Atlanta. Okay, a lot of stories to talk about. Do you guys remember who Christina Peterson is? Christina Peterson is now facing a misdemeanor charge while filing a $50 million lawsuit, federal lawsuit. And I mean, this mugshot, I remember when it went crazy when she first got arrested. So you have all the answers here.
Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know, Christina Peterson she was a former Douglas County, Georgia probate court judge. Yes. In 2024, the Georgia Supreme Court removed her from the bench following findings from the Judicial Qualifications Commission regarding misconduct and ethical violations. Okay, and now she is walking in the Fulton County Court as a criminal defendant. All right, what started as a late night confrontation outside of a Buckhead nightclub in June 2024 has turned into two separate legal battles. On the criminal side, most of the serious charges didn't stick. A battery charge was dropped. A felony obstruction count was reduced. What's left is one misdemeanor obstruction charge, and she's pled not guilty. Okay? At the same time, she has filed in a federal court lawsuit asking for at least $50 million. She says she was violently slammed to the ground, and that body camera footage was misleading presented. She is accusing the city of Atlanta and an officer of excessive force and malicious prosecution. And here's what makes it even more complex. She's representing herself.
I mean,
she's representing herself.
So, on background, can you just say what happened with this woman first that got her into the trouble in the first place? Because she got into like a little tiff with officers outside of a club, right?
That's all I really know. Like I didn't fully know what happened with the Buckhead thing. I knew about Christina Peterson, just like who she was, and I didn't track about like the Buckhead thing. So what I do know is that she got in a fight or like a little altercation outside of a Buckhead club,
right?
And that's about it. And then she got into it with the police after the little scuffle, tuffle,
and I'm pretty sure she kept saying like, "Oh, I'm a judge," or I'm, all this kind of stuff. And so people were like, "Girl, you can't just be doing whatever you want to do. It's kind of a judge." But she still got in trouble. So
very much so got in trouble.
Yeah,
very much so got in trouble. But I guess she, like, to her defense, she is a probate judge. So why wouldn't you why wouldn't you represent yourself? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? I would if I was
could do this.
Yeah, if you know all the loops and tricks and the nooks and crannies, I'd do the same thing for real.
Especially because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
To get a lawyer and fight for all these cases. These lawyers sometimes want to charge you like $1,000 just to file like a motion. And you got a whole court case to fight. So, it's shoot, I would have done the same thing, girl.
Law school is like 20 at least at minimum, and this is like shooting super low, at least $20,000 like tuition wise,
like a month
tuition wise, like each semester almost.
Each semester.
And again, this is low end because there's people that go to like high end colleges that go to like Yale, UGA. That's hundreds of thousands it could get up to. You gosh darn right I'm about to be representing myself.
For sure.
If I put all that money in there, I have the education, I have the learning. You gosh darn right I'm going to be representing myself.
Correct.
Right.
What?
I
And
already
I'm a
paid the
judge?
fees.
Exactly.
Yeah, I already paid my legal fees when I went to law school.
Exactly.
So that's when it's me. Hello. Sorry.
What I was gonna say is just to give a little bit more background on what happened in Buckhead, because I forgot. I just looked it up and just So they said police say she became involved during a police response to an altercation and allegedly pushed and struck the Atlanta police officer while interfering in the situation. Now her side of the story is Peterson and her attorney have maintained that she was trying to help a woman who is being attacked outside the club, and that any contact with the officer was accidental and defensive, not an intentional assault. So, there's two sides to every story. Which side is right, we don't know. I mean, there is body cam footage of the incident, so we really don't know. But for her to represent herself, I am going to be extremely tuned into this one because I want to see how she get away with this. Because I don't know if y'all remember, there was a dude on TikTok, this light skinned dude with glasses, and he was representing himself in a murder case. And he, do you remember this? Do y'all remember? You remember this, Million?
He was put on the death penalty or something.
He was. He was trying to fight. He was trying to fight a death penalty case as himself. He was representing himself. Bruh, y'all gonna stop playing with me in here. Hey, bruh, when I tell you that was the most entertaining stuff to watch, somebody literally had no idea what they were doing, but get out there and represented herself. I can't wait to see her represent herself. Not to say she can't. I just want to see it done.
Yeah, she could probably do well.
Yeah.
I used to be a reporter in Jackson, Florida, and we had to cover court all the time. And this one dude came up to also defend himself, and he was also real passionate with saying, I'm doing this, and the judge was like, you can't do that, sir. You can't do that. So the judge was pissed. These judges are pissed when people decide to defend themselves. It's so funny.
It's a waste of time.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I want to say that there was just a case not too long ago where a guy tried to use AI to represent him.
Nah, gang.
I'm serious. Let me double check that. It was a guy that tried it.
I actually don't doubt it. Technically, if we're getting technical here, if you're in some legal trouble, AI cannot give you legal advice. AI cannot be your lawyer. AI, whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's the disclaimer. If you tell ChatGPT or one of these AIs, look, this is what it is.
What should I do?
What should I do? What should I make sure my lawyer is doing? If I were a lawyer, what would be the best thing to do at this point? You know what I mean? I could see you
winning the case, or at least getting close to it.
You can get close.
Getting a lesser sentence.
Getting
a lesser sentence.
So in March 2025, a 74-year-old Jerome Dewald attempted to use an AI-generated avatar to argue his employment case in New York courts.
Did you say 74?
74.
What you know about
Did
that?
He win?
Oh, okay.
No, they said he couldn't do it.
They knew why. They knew why because they was gonna lose that.
Oh yeah.
They were gonna lose that.
Go up against.
Bro, what? They was gonna lose that case.
They said, "Come on, old head, what you know about an AI lawyer, 74 years old?"
That is crazy. But that's scary because I have been looking into the law field in general, and people have been saying that AI is going to be taking a lot of these jobs in law in general. Because all it is just paperwork.
That's it.
And looking at precedents and previous cases and things like that. So instead of having attorneys do that, you could just have chat.
Put it right in the ChatGPT. Download all the files. Put it right in there. Hey, this is my case. Look over my case. Tell me what I should be doing. Where should I go? How should I go about it? Boom, bam, bam. Should I take a plea? Should I not take a plea? Do you think I have a chance of beating this in trial? Man, what?
Yeah.
Especially, and if it doesn't even take lawyers place or anything in court or anything like that, even the consultation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like I could just go to ChatGPT and get some consultation from Chat,
Flat out.
as opposed to spending $100 per hour at a law firm.
Flat out.
There is a law firm here in Metro Atlanta. I'm not going to say who they are, but
Go ahead, Aldo.
they were basically handling this one case, and they had like 3 lawyers on it, and they were literally billing for talking to each other.
Nah, bro.
This counts as a billable hour of me telling you what I just heard from the client and you telling her, and all 3 of us just got billed. Bro, these people are scammers. At some point, you
that's
gotta make sure you
crazy.
know how your people are billing you, and you
that's
need a lawyer.
Crazy, bruh.
Billable hour for here, billable hour
Listen,
there. Oh,
ask about them billable hours.
ask about
That's
them,
wild.
please. But
Crazy.
Why did her photo go viral? Can we see it one more time?
She bad.
Well, she's beautiful.
Yeah,
yes.
she's bad.
Okay. I was
She's
just wondering.
beautiful,
She's
but
bad.
like, I think she might have had a wig on or something like that, and that's no shade because the wigs are the wigs, and she had beautiful hair regardless.
Eyes pretty. She's beautiful.
Yeah, no, but people were just like, man, that's a judge? She's out here scrapping outside the club. Like, that's why it went viral. But she was like, no, man, I'm the victim. Shoot. So, we'll see.
That's what they say.
That is what you got to say. Shoot, I ain't trying to incriminate myself.
That's what you say.
Okay. Next story we got to talk about here. A woman from South Carolina who went missing was just found in a hospital here.
Now, before I tell y'all this story, while I'm reading this story,
Okay.
I just want y'all to think about, does this sound like she went missing, or does this sound like she was
Blank.
Okay, we'll fill in the blank. We'll see what the blank is. Okay.
story had a lot of people worried, okay?
Yes.
A 37-year-old woman from South Carolina drives to Atlanta for a church conference. Her family hears from her Friday night. Then nothing. We gonna start there.
Okay.
Okay, y'all following me?
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Days later, her SUV is found abandoned at the Battery. Phone inside,
Oh.
wallet inside.
Oh.
That's not normal behavior.
Not normal.
Y'all,
Not normal.
y'all still following me?
I'm following you.
Okay. Her husband says that's not like her at all. They got a 4-year-old son at home. So when you see the belongings left behind like that, the alarm bells ring. What alarm bells will ring, Lana and Million?
She's been taken. She's been kidnapped.
Oh, okay. Police started reviewing surveillance footage from Buckhead and other parts of the city, and the major crime units got involved. Then that tells you how seriously they were taking it. Now, according to her husband, she's been located at a local hospital, but we still don't know what happened between the church conference and the hospital.
Well, the Battery was definitely involved.
The battery, like the battery?
The battery.
When people
The
go to
batteries-
party?
People go to party.
Well, okay.
Sometimes.
They have a good time.
Right.
The Battery is an
Ain't
area.
no baseball going on right now.
The Battery here is right around the baseball stadium.
Coca-Cola
and
Roxy,
a
There's
lot of
clubs over there, though.
a lot of
restaurants.
clubs, restaurants. It's a lot of things to do.
There's a lot of things to do.
A lot of things to do.
There's like a movie theater
Movie
there. It's like a
theater.
whole just like area. You
There's
just
clubs
park
there, though.
Everything.
So y'all, okay. My girl
Everything.
can't go to a church conference and then go.
We about to finish the story.
Okay.
Okay, but the big takeaway of this is how fast situations can escalate. All right,
Yes.
but where was she? Where was she is the biggest question. And what happened between the church conference and the hospital?
What if?
Lana, say what we want to hear you say.
Oh, you don't know. Because I think this poor woman could have found herself inebriated.
Oh,
A little drunk. Maybe I had a little too much.
Oh.
Maybe I took a tumble, twisted my ankle, ended up at the
It's a-
hospital.
right into somebody's arms. We don't know. All I'm saying,
We don't know.
We don't know. But all I'm saying is, you leave your phone, your battery, and your wallet in your car at the Battery, and you don't hear from you for 3 days. It's crazy, bro. That's wild to me.
So men hear this and think automatically,
immediately,
she must be cheating.
1,000%.
There should be like curfews in relationships in general.
Oh, I ain't gonna never do that. There'll never be no curfew in mine.
I'm just saying, like, I have a curfew that I stick to. My girl, I'm not saying that she does, but
so,
I stick to
he
that.
keeps a tight
Tight
household.
ship. Yeah,
No,
tight ship around there.
no. I just respect my woman enough to come home to her every night at a certain time.
Okay.
She was here for a church conference, so she wasn't about to drive back to South Carolina.
No, and that's fair.
You understand me?
3 days though.
Crazy.
If it's a 3-day church conference, and I know it's a 3-day church conference,
That's what she said she was there for.
so and that's what she left the house for. Okay, so if y'all's woman says I got a church conference, it's 3 days.
For sure.
It's in Atlanta.
Uh-huh. I'll totally let my girl go.
For sure.
But,
for sure.
but here's the thing. After the first day of not hearing from her,
Amen.
I'm immediately sliding down to Atlanta going, what's the dilly?
Amen.
What are we doing, mama? Why ain't you picking up your phone? And then come to find out your phone is in your whip.
Amen.
And I'm pretty sure, I'm not certain, this is not me saying that's positive, but I'm pretty sure locations were on. So, you can see so you leave your phone in the car because your location is on. Because how would you know I was at the Battery? All I'm saying is sound a little fishy. That's all I'm saying. And if you can't see that, Lana.
Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to go through the timeline.
Yeah, go.
Just one more time.
Go to the timeline.
February 13th, the woman drove from South Carolina to Atlanta for the church conference, and that's the last day her family heard from her.
But she was out there for 3 days.
Out there for the police say she was last seen February 14th.
Because surveillance footage caught her at the Publix at Buckhead Landing on Piedmont Road.
Now, you know where that Publix is, right? Right
Where's
across
that?
the street from Moe's.
Yes.
Yes. So here's the thing. You going into Publix, we don't know what she bought.
What do you think she was buying?
We don't know what she bought.
You're saying that because her family last heard from her on the 13th, she had a...
Well, here's the thing. Let me break this down for you even more, Lana. Not to cut you off. I just want to hear. I just want you to hear this.
Okay. I'm
14,
listening.
she goes to Publix.
Yes, I see.
Now, Publix is a little drive away from the Buckhead. I mean, from the
It is
Battery.
far from the Battery.
You get what I'm saying? So she get to Publix. Her SUV was found at the Battery. Wallet, phone, all that's kept inside. And then she's found at the hospital
So
on the 6th. All I'm saying is, man, I'm not saying here now. Before I finish this statement, I'm not saying what happened. I'm not saying what happened. All I'm saying is this look a little funny.
the Battery does have hotels over there, though. The Battery does have hotels over there.
Battery's got a lot of things over there.
Why would I leave my phone and my wallet inside the car at the Battery? Why would I do that? There's no reason.
Your location is on
Yes, but why would I want my location to be at the Battery?
because you want that to be the place that you were at.
There's a hotel there.
Hey,
Maybe that's where
hey, babe.
her hotel was.
Hey, babe, I'm going to the Battery to meet up with some of the girls from the church and eat. Boom. Oh, yeah, man, she's been at the Battery for a while.
That's how men think.
What? That's...
I mean,
She couldn't have just, and then she was found at the hospital. You don't know if she.
We don't know. That's the thing. These are just all speculations from Rondell Smith, by the way. I don't want to know. It's from me. Yeah, it just sounds funny.
So
it just sounds funny.
Did they say like what her condition was when she was found at the hospital?
No,
like
never said.
The husband posted that she was found at the hospital.
Okay.
So he was like probably just updating people. Because again, like he said, like you had, police involved, major crimes unit out here. Someone that looks like her. Can we pull her
I'll
up?
pull a picture of her one more
Someone that
time.
looks like her goes missing. They're going to look
Pull a picture
pretty
up one more
quickly.
time.
There is a very big human trafficking
She ain't-
problem
now,
in
here's
Metro
the thing.
Atlanta.
She a normal looking white woman, but you
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't ugly.
No, not at all.
You dig what I'm saying? So, hey,
So the last time they heard from her was when she touched down,
14th,
Correct.
my brother, which
The-
is
the 13th.
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 That's when she left.
And then she was found at Publix on what day?
14th.
14th.
That's
The
Valentine's.
14th. So she just, oh my God, that's Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Yes.
Day.
Oh my God.
Publix.
And she didn't communicate with nobody
No.
Bruh.
from the 13th to the 14th?
You know what?
From the 13th to the 16th, my
To the
brother.
16th. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
What if she slipped and fell
Lana.
and hurt herself at the Publix?
And her phone
I wanna see the
her
church
phone just
convention. Hold
magically
on.
flew in her car.
Hold on. What church
She
convention
left-
is going on the 14th?
Brother, where church? They didn't even say the name of the church.
Ah!
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
if I run into Publix, I leave my phone and my wallet in the car.
How you make it to the battery?
How do I pay for the food? Okay, wait.
See, Lana, you're
Oh,
not
no.
gonna make this situation better.
That's not what the phone and the wallet were left in the car on the 16th. But I do see. But she was at the hospital, so she probably said I wish her well.
Yeah, we wish you. Yeah, we wish you well.
I wish you
we
well.
wish you well. I hope that.
How about that?
Yeah, man, brother, get out. I'm joking.
I would be devastated if my partner said I got a church function on Valentine's Day all weekend. I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna be in Atlanta all
For
weekend.
church.
Bro, in Atlanta?
How stupid do you gotta be?
We don't know how this woman moves, though. She could be very big in the church.
She could.
And you ain't keeping me from Jesus. I don't care if it's no Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir.
How about that?
I would have been going with her.
Yep, exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, I'm glad you are. I had to read it like 3-4 times for you to pick up what I put down.
I got what you were getting at.
Jeez.
I was just trying to get my girl a little back up.
Nah.
We are sick of you Metro Atlanta scammers who just keep stealing people's identities and stealing money, and that apparently just happened in Villa Rica.
Exactly, man. This one hits on the trust again. Everybody, we all think we can trust everybody, but obviously we cannot. All right. A home health aide, someone brought into the home to care for a vulnerable person, is now accused of trying to cash a $400 check in that client's bank account. $400. $400. All right. Police say the victim never authorized the check. The son gets a call from PNC about suspicious activity, and before bank staff can finish their call, the suspect allegedly grabs the check, drives off. He knew he was wrong, or they knew they were wrong. You know what I mean? That's bold. But the bigger issue is the relationship. That wasn't a stranger. That was someone employed to provide care. You know what I mean? When families hire home health care aides, trusting them with access, proximity, and in some cases, financial visibility. Like a lot of these healthcare people can see your money. My grandma was a healthcare worker for the Colonel. Well, we called him the Colonel, but she overlooked all this man's money, and the Colonel made millions of dollars. Oh, dog. We would walk into the Colonel's house, and the Colonel would just have like hundreds of dollars just sitting on it. But he was so old, he didn't really know. Man, one time I pulled out a drawer, a Colonel, and it was literally like $10,000 in this man's dresser. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bruh. So,
Wow.
but we never took from him because, it was the Colonel. It was a good dude. So, Villa Rica police arrested him on fraud and exploitation charges. They just said he's been terminated. At the end of the day, this isn't just about $400. It's about protecting vulnerable people, okay? Because when somebody is already dealing with health issues, the last thing you need is someone taking advantage of them. That's literally it.
No, that's so crazy because, like, there are also situations where you do have to give them their cards. Like, hey, like, whatever they need, buy it. And then, you see in all types of high grocery bills, like, he ain't never eaten this much.
Ever.
Seems like someone else is getting a couple of groceries at the same time on his card. That's crazy.
Yeah, those healthcare aides are they're beneficial. I mean, they're definitely, they're definitely well.
They're sent from God.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. So it's like, if you have the right one, if you got a good one, 100% keep her. Because my grandma was a great one. I mean, when the Colonel passed, he left us, like all his grandchildren, which are me and like all my cousins and stuff. He all gave us like $1,000, and we were all like, I don't know, 11, 12 at the time. So $1,000 was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't stealing no $100 at that stash?
I didn't take nothing. Bro, I was scared of my grandma. I wasn't finna steal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Nice.
I think I would do
Dr.
that.
He ain't gonna see this missing. I can see
wild.
little you just your wheels spinning.
That's so wild. I'm not gonna say nobody else though, but
dang.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm me.
Y'all gotta hear this first degree burglary this woman is accused of doing in Metro Atlanta.
This is one of those stories where I don't know, the details are a little. I wouldn't believe this if I read this. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Police say a 47-year-old woman forced her way into a home in Mableton through a basement window. This happened in broad daylight, by the way, around 8:45 in the morning. Once inside, investigators say she didn't just grab electronics and collect cash. She allegedly took lemonade, clothes, gift cards, toiletries, and an iPad.
Oh, wow.
And here's the part that stands out. Doorbell footage repeatedly shows her walking away wearing some of the stolen clothes.
Wow.
She just,
Wow.
Could you imagine somebody on your porch with your clothes drinking your lemonade?
That's crazy.
With the like pack of toilet paper I just bought.
With your iPad just like
Oh my God.
You me? You a whole me walking out my house.
Hey, she'd have messed around, turn around, close the door, lock it, walk back out. Boy, what? Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, she was arrested in February and is now facing first-degree burglary charges, which is serious. In Georgia, burglary is involving entry is into a dwelling can carry significant prison time. So, yeah, man. Shout out to this lady for cosplaying whoever she was.
Literally.
Whoever.
Boy, I would be so mad
mean,
watching you leave my house in my clothes.
Leave with a glass of
With a
lemonade.
cup of lemonade.
And that lemonade probably good too. She in Mapleton. You know it's super duper sweet, bruh. Oh, and the iPad you're walking out. She needed
this
it.
lady up
She
to.
needed it. She needed it, bruh. Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Why don't we end off on a nice note?
Yeah.
This is
Do
like
this
a
one.
nice,
Yeah, this is dope.
Yeah,
one.
nice
I like
note.
this one.
There are some Atlanta sisters here who just launched I Got Bank. The whole point is to teach kids financial literacy.
Yeah, man. It's a feel good story, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had this. And I think me and Million have talked about this before, like how black people don't understand. And I wish they would teach financial literacy in
Yes.
schools. Two sisters, 12 and 13 years old, turned a children's business fair into a financial literacy platform called I Got Bank, which is
Crazy.
hard. And they're not just selling something cute. They're teaching kids about budgeting, credit scores, and high interest debt, which black people really don't. They don't teach us that at all. Ever. I know
At
at
all.
Jonesboro High School, I didn't get taught about taxes. I didn't get taught about
At
credit score.
all.
I didn't get taught about none of that. I didn't know that my credit was bad. That was like 25, 26. Like, dang, I got bad credit.
You found out you had credit and it was bad at the same time.
I'm like, dog. That's wild. So, what stands out to about this is that the parents are showing up to these workshops and saying, "I need this." All right. So, a lot of people are backing this. I think it's super dope that they're breaking the cycle of what is normal in black communities to be taught. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, this is something that every black community and y'all remember Rich Dad Poor Dad? Did y'all parents ever read
Yeah.
that book, bro? So, my dad read that book, but that wasn't nothing for us to really understand because
Yeah.
it wasn't speaking to us.
Yeah.
Was that?
Scam.
Yeah,
Scam
yeah,
book.
100%.
Scam book.
100%.
Anyway, my bad.
But it wasn't speaking to us. So I think this is super dope. So shout out to Zion Phillips and Sorrel Phillips. I think that's how you say her name. Sorrel.
12 and 13.
12 and 13. I don't even know how they even came up with this. I shout out to your parents too, because that's a dope. That is something dope that y'all taught y'all kids, man.
Yep.
Financial literacy. Like when was the first time y'all learned about like financial literacy? Like this, I need to save. I need to put 20% here. I need to,
Just kind of the first grumblings when I was in high school, I guess. Maybe I
Really?
was like 16. But literally just in the sense of like you have a debit card.
Oh, okay.
And this is how the debit card works. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like later on I got a credit card and it was like, use the credit card as like all your purchases and then pay it with a debit card so that you can just rack up the credit. That I kind of learned young, but like the rest of like just taxes, I still don't know about.
Me neither.
The stock market, all that stuff, whoosh, like not for real to this day, which is sad.
Yeah, I haven't really learned it at all. I mean, if I'm keeping it a stack, they didn't. And when they did teach it, maybe they did teach a little bit of it in high school, but I wasn't paying attention. The way they presented
Yeah.
it to us was boring.
It was probably in like economics or some kind of class that was tucked away into something weird.
Right.
But I do think that Zion and Sariel Phillips are doing what we sort of talked about in the beginning of the show, which is trying to lift each other up.
Hello.
Boy, do you know the example you guys are putting out there for the kids?
Yes.
Like, let's go.
100%.
This is what we need to see instead of, some of these rappers
Exactly.
just talking about killing. Like, learn about some financial literacy in these streets.
Yeah, dog. So shout out to I Got Bank.
Shout out.
Everybody needs to go get that. I need to probably
Shoot.
learn from these
Same.
girls for real.
Right.
So we will be coming back with the I Got Bank update. I'm pretty sure.
But that is going to do it for us. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.